I work in the Career Services Office at Moritz College of Law here on campus. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I just graduated from undergrad at OSU in May 2014. Starting working full-time at the university, we have to do you don't have to, but there's like a wellness checkup and it gives you a discount on your insurance. And when I went in, my readings weren't as good as I thought they were. I kind of let my health fall to the wayside. I've been so focused on my career and so focused on school that I kind of just let myself go. And I've been really motivated to get my readings back into where they're supposed to be for my next checkup in August. The one thing I've noticed on OSU, the meal plan is set up really terribly. I think we were so used to just shoveling food in our mouths. I lived in Morrill for 3 years, and we had like unlimited food at all times. And so I would find myself like in the middle of the night going to eat late hours, always eating, not really being conscious of what I was putting in my mouth. And then balance that with I'm no longer playing sports like I did in high school, no longer as active, very sedentary. I think it just all added up over the 4 years, and then just recently I was kind of shocked by how out of control it got.
The Real Food Challenge is a national student movement that works with students at different colleges and universities to help get better food on campus. So we define real as being meeting one of any 4 categories: local, socially just, sustainable, or humane. So the goal is to get 20% real food on campus by 2020, and we're gathered here today to show that students are in support of this movement and would like President Drake to sign on to that at Ohio State. Although none of those categories that I listed are explicitly about health, we believe that all of those food that meets any of those criteria is healthier. So to be able to count as sustainable for the Real Food Challenge, one of the ways that you can meet that is by being organically grown, which would reduce pesticides and chemicals that are in our food, which is healthier. And it would also, to meet any of those 4 categories, you also can't have any of a few disqualifiers. So some of those disqualifiers are high fructose corn syrup and caramel coloring and other foods that go into other ingredients that go into highly processed foods that are typically very unhealthy for students. And a lot of what we hear talking to students on campus, especially when we've talked with athletes and other people who are really active, is that it's hard to support the diet that they used to have when they lived with their parents on campus. And it's hard for them to have healthy whole foods. There's not enough produce, things of that nature. Part of the problem, obviously, is that there are students who want to make changes in their diet to have healthier diets by eating healthier foods, but if they're on campus, then that choice is made by the university. So part of this would be to get student voices into those decisions. So if students wanted to make healthier choices, they could help support their university to do that. So we really urge students to write a letter or an email to President Drake to urge him to sign on to this commitment, which would get healthier and better food on campus, as well as create a culture around bringing students into making those decisions so that they could have a say over the food that they're putting in their own bodies.
The main thing was meeting with a trainer and a nutritionist and my doctor to kind of make a plan that works for me. It doesn't work for everyone else. You have to kind of really be disciplined. I only eat about 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day, and I work out for like 2 hours. So it's hard, but it'll pay off. It is paying off, I should think. So if you're not comfortable where you are, you need to get comfortable. I don't think we're put on this earth to just sit and be uncomfortable and be unhappy. We only get one shot that we know of, and I would always tell them, try their best. You know, you might not be able to start out going and lifting and doing cardio for 2 hours every day, but every little thing helps. If you can cut back on snacking, do that for a week, and then if you can cut back on something else, do that for a week, and just make little small steps until they can reach a point where they're comfortable with saying, all right, here's my diet, here's my workout schedule, and that's what it is.